For the fight fans joining us and the millions watching around the world, Red Korner.
Yes, ladies and gents, welcome back to In the Red Korner podcast with me, Ross. Hope everyone's well. What a way to start the bank holiday weekend. I've got the one and only Rico Franco. I'll bring him in now. Here he is. Yes, Rico, how are you doing, mate?
I'm good, Ross. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you coming on. I know you don't do many podcasts, so it's an honour to have you here. Thank you.
Definitely, mate. Yeah, I've done a lot in the past, but I ain't done one in a few years, so why not come on to this one?
Yeah, brilliant. Appreciate it, like I say. How are you feeling? How are things going?
Yeah, going really well. Few little injuries from that last fight, just a bit of a sore knuckle, but that's standard in bare knuckle. But yeah, back training now, back in camp. Big news coming up, so yeah, back to it.
Excellent. It's been a quick year. You've been really active this year. I mean, you fought at Crystal Palace against Darren Godfrey and got the win over there. Unfortunately, your opponent pulled out, and Darren was good enough to step in. You made short work of him. Obviously, you were out on the Leeds card as well against Axel Burbis, and a fantastic performance from yourself. I mean, not taking anything away from him, but you look levels above him, to be fair. How did you see that fight going, and did you have a plan to go into that fight?
Yeah, obviously fair play to Axel coming from France, putting up a fight as well. And every time he get knocked down, he was getting back up. He was there to go till the end. So fair play to him. But yeah, levels above. There's levels in this game. Obviously, I've been around the game a long time. That was my 10th bare knuckle fight now. So I just wanted to perform and work stuff I've been working. Wanted to stay relaxed and put things together. Me and my new coach have been working, so everything went to plan. Things I was working and training, it worked in the fight. Obviously, we didn't get enough pressure to see what other stuff I've been working on. But yeah, everything went. I finished the fight and got it done. So yeah, it's on to the next one now. But yeah, it was tough. Do you know what I mean? He's been in the combat world a lot, and he stuck to it, and he kept going till the end. So fair play to him. But
yeah,
feel good.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a busy fight for you. I mean, you dropped him 5 times in the fight overall, I believe. But yeah, I mean, he kept getting up and kept coming back. It was a great performance from you, like I say. It's a great gym you've got down there as well. You've got some, training with some great fighters. Aaron Blakey, who made his debut on the show. Cracking lad, yeah. Great lad. He's going to do big things, I think. I think he's fighting on the Newcastle card. You've got Robbie Kennedy down there as well, and Anthony Holmes. Must be great training with them lads and getting there, learning from them as well.
Yeah, definitely. When I first started bare knuckle, I didn't really take it serious. I had my first fight, probably 4 fights. I was injured or I was doing jiu-jitsu at the time. I was still grappling, doing mixed martial arts, and I only started doing it just for a laugh. And next minute, I'm fighting Jimmy Sweeney, and it's been a mad roller coaster. But we've got a good team now. We've built it up over the years. Morgan Starkey, he was on the first Liverpool debut we was on. He fought James Lilly. In fact, he had a tough fight for his first one, and he stuck it in 3 rounds. Now he's knocking people out on a big stage. So I'm buzzing. And Aaron Blakey's coming through. He approached me saying, originally I was going to fight boxing, but I said to him, look, you got a bit of a bare knuckle style. You don't really have the heart for boxing, but I could see something like, he can bang. Do you know what I mean? So I just thought, look, I got him in a good mindset place, and he stuck to it. So fair play to him. He's put in the work, and now he's knocking people out as well. Anthony Holmes is coming down, AVT. Good to train with him. He's at a high level. Robbie Kennedy, there's loads. Main coach Danny Mitchell as well. He's been to the UFC, so he knows a lot. He's, you know what I mean. Getting where we are is because of Danny as well. So
yeah,
he originally got me into this bare knuckle. So we've just got a great set of lads, day in week out. You know what I mean. We've got loads of pro MMA fight as well coming down. Training with Leeds. We've got Tommy Hawthorne. He's going to the top. I believe Tommy's going to the UFC one day. Elite level wrestler and elite boxer as well. We've got Oscar. Oh, there's loads. There's loads that come up to AVT, and we all train in a big, massive cage and just do loads of touch rounds. But it's good to train with loads of different people.
Yeah, definitely. You touched on it there. You've done MMA. You got 10 fights in MMA as well, was it?
Yeah, 10 pro MMA fights. I don't really take MMA serious, to be fair. I just used to love scrapping. I used to just take fights 2 weeks' notice in Russia, and I've travelled around the world. I've fought all the way around Thailand, Russia, Italy, all last-minute fights. And I just want, if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have got the experience I needed. And now it's like I found what I need to be doing. And this is it, bare knuckle boxing's for me. And I've finally found it. I've had a mad journey up until this, nearly died. I've won the world title on BKB. Yeah, then I nearly died. And then I've come back from it and found my place. So, it's great. I could write a book.
I'm sure you will one day, mate. I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Touching on your illness there, I mean, hard time, operations and things like that. And that was that just after the Jimmy Sweeney fight, did you say?
Yeah, so I beat Jimmy Sweeney for the world title 2019, and then obviously it was lockdown 2020. I just come back from Thailand. We scheduled to fight Jimmy again for a rematch, and obviously lockdown happened. But I felt really, really ill in lockdown. In fact, I was training more than I was normally because I didn't have nothing to do, and I just had a punch bag. I was doing 100k rides. Too much inflammation to the body and a lot of stress on the body. I didn't look after my body then. I was really unwell. I didn't realize how ill I was because my focus for training and my goals to get where I want to be was too strong. So I just took my body and health for granted, and it got the better of me. And then I had multiple surgeries. Then ended up dying. I thought I was going to die, but we pulled back through. And I think going through that has just made me who I am today, and that's why my mindset is just feels invincible at the minute. I feel if I can get through that, I can get through anything. This bike game's easy compared to that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a walk in the park compared to when something like that happens to you. It gives you, like you say, the mindset that it gives you now is just, makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? And nothing compares to nearly dying or a near-death experience. Everything in life's a doddle, and we shouldn't take it for granted. Touching back on the BKFC fight, did you get to see any of the fights on the card?
I got to see a couple at the beginning. Obviously, Blakey was first on, so I got to see Blakey. I got to see Morgan. Two guys I really wanted to win, and obviously Robbie Kennedy I think it was a fight before me, so but I didn't get to see it at the time. But I've watched it back, and it was a bit unlucky. Just sometimes you turn up, sometimes you don't. This is the game in bare knuckle. It's 50-50. But I was gutted for Robbie, and then after my fight, I managed to watch Holmes' fight as well. Holmes and Christie. That was a great fight. Every fight seemed great, and there was action in every fight. Everyone loves it. Every time fans come to watch, they're always saying how good it is, and it's about the best show they've ever been to.
Yeah, your fan base seems fantastic. They followed you down to Crystal Palace, and then 8 weeks later followed you up to Leeds.
Exactly.
Unbelievable fan base that you've got.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, selling tickets to Croydon in London is, it's a massive journey, and it's an expensive journey for all the people where I'm from. So it's a long way, and obviously selling a lot of tickets for that fight, and then quick turnaround to Leeds, 8-9 weeks. and to have the same people there as well is amazing. I'll never forget it. People that are with me now, we're going to the top together. Some people said they're already coming to America when I make it to America. So they're the visualization plans, and it's all going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's far off for you going to America, to be honest, and fighting over there, is it?
No.
I mean, you did tease a little bit. I'm sure you won't be able to tell us who the opponent is, but you teased a bit of fight news earlier on to come this week. Is there anything you can let us know where it's going to be or when it's going to be?
Yeah, it'll be on the next BKB show, BKFC show. Obviously, should be announced hopefully tomorrow, on Monday, and obviously the opponent's been confirmed. Massive fight for me, massive fight. It'll be main event headlining the next Newcastle show. I think it's July the 1st.
That's right, so, July the 1st, yeah.
July the 1st, 8 weeks. I'd say it's been 2 weeks since the last fight, and I've had a nice 2 weeks going steady. Been back training straight away, like obviously just ticking over for 2 weeks, not being on it straight away. Just been ticking over, getting the body recovered, doing what I can, and now started fight camp. Tomorrow's full swing, 8 weeks, and it's perfect amount of time. There's loads of time to work and just keep improving every time. But I'm focused more than ever now. The tunnel vision's already started, so we're on.
Excellent. So again, another turnaround. So that'll be 3 times this year you'll have been out. How many times are you looking to be out this year? 4 times this year. I mean, that's quite active for bare knuckle, because you can have 1 fight in bare knuckle, and that could be it for a year. I mean, I've done that. Last year, I had 1 bare knuckle fight in America on BYB, and that was it for the whole year. I had a rest. And if it weren't for that rest, I wouldn't be where I am now. But after that fight, I learned a lot, and I needed to take a little break because my body wasn't really fully healthy. I still wasn't listening to my body. I was just trying to rush back. But now I've had a little break, reset, and now I'm on the best stage. This is the best ring for me as well. Massive circle ring. It's perfect for my style and what I do. So this is where I'm going to perform the best, I reckon. That's it. There's no corners in the ring, in the circular ring, obviously, and there's nowhere to hide, is there?
No, definitely not. And obviously, this is the 3rd fight back to back now. So I love being active. I feel like I'm the best when I'm active. I'll definitely need a little rest after this fight. I'm getting married in August anyway, so I better not get any cuts. Get married.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, so definitely deserve a break. I was going to have a break after this little fight. I was going to go on holiday, but then, we got offered a massive fight, so I can't refuse fights. I ain't got any injuries. So, like I say, I may as well, while I'm fresh, jump straight back in again. I've got the best of team around me, training smart, recovering body, so I know how to train properly. And yeah, this is my time now. 3rd fight back to back. I did this before when I fought Jimmy Sweeney. I had a tournament back to back, 3 fights back to back. I won all 3 fights. I had a little break, and I fought Jimmy Sweeney in November. And this is written in the stars again. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna win that title this year.
Excellent, mate. And going back to Jimmy Sweeney, there, he was one of the best in the world. You were the first man to beat Jimmy Sweeney. You applied like the open hand against him, which is what he's known for. And do you think that confused Jimmy in the fight?
Yeah, definitely. That was the plan. Obviously, he had a mad style of flashing his hands out, trying to distract you, and he was the best in bare knuckle boxing. Don't get me wrong, and I wanted to be the best, so I used to replicate what he was doing. And if it worked for Jimmy, it's going to work for me. And I started doing it, and it must have confused him a bit. And I boxed really well then. I had a really good mindset for that fight, and everything went good. And visualization every day. That's what happened. And I knew I was going to beat him. There's nothing else but winning that fight, and that's what happened. It was a good. That was I'll never forget that. Never forget that fight. It'll go down in history.
Definitely, 100%. He was one of the pioneers of the sport, and like you say, the best in the world. You were the first to beat him. It was a great performance.
He'll be going down as a legend in history. Jimmy Sweeney. He's had his good fights in bare knuckle, but he's coming to the end now nearly. So he's getting on. He's getting on, pushing 40 now. So he's still looking in good shape. He's ready to go again soon. He's still trained hard. He's got a good mindset. He's in a good place. So yeah, it's a shame he can't cross over to BKFC. See what he can do here. Some big fights.
Oh, you never know. Time could tell.
Definitely.
Like you say, I know time's not on his side, but you just don't know with this sport either, do you? Who's going to come? Obviously, I mean, who'd have thought Luke Rockhold and Mike Perry and Chad Mendes, Eddie Alvarez, all those guys
exactly
coming over to the sport and bringing eyes over to the sport. It's just
Conor
McGregor. Just skyrocketed. Yeah, Conor McGregor. I mean, stepping in the ring. I mean, I'd love to see him in there.
One day it'll happen. I mean,
yeah.
Headline in Dublin.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, it'll be fantastic. Because I don't think he's got that many fights left on his contract in the UFC, so there is a chance. You never know.
Yeah, I don't think he has now, but he could probably descend it any time he wants. He does what he wants, McGregor, doesn't he?
He does. He plays by his own rules. He can do what he wants, can't he? Buy himself out.
Yeah, definitely.
After your last fight against Axel Burbis, you called out Diego Sanchez, talking about big names. Are you chasing these kind of people down then?
Yeah, so obviously, interview guy was just saying, who's next for you? There's no one left in the UK, really. In my weight division, no one's taking the fights. So I want to get out to America. In fact, I want some big fights, big names. Diego Sanchez is my weight and he's a big name. I'm just seeing who's in my weight category, a big name. I mean, Chad Mendes or anyone really. Like, I just want a big name. Obviously, I've got to keep building it up because they've done that what they've done in the UFC, so they've earned their right to get some massive fights. So I've just got to keep building. But I've had 10 bare knuckle fights now, and I feel like I'm at the top of the game. I'm one of the best in bare knuckle at my division, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to keep working until I'm number one. So I've just got to beat whoever's in front of me.
Yeah. I mean, there is one big fight that most people would like to see back in the UK. It'd be a rematch for you and Conatini. How would you see that going?
I think I can see it going another knockout again. Same knockout. Yeah, I mean, like I say, everyone wants to see that fight again. He's fair play to Conor. He's come back. He's knocked some guys out. He's took the risk and he's got on BKFC, and he's done what he's wanted. He's done what he's had to do to get on here, and he's gone to America. He's beat some good names. Obviously, he lost his last fight, so he's got to get back on track again, which he probably will. He's got a good mindset. I'm confident I'll walk through Conor again, 100%. He's a good boxer. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel my style is just too much for him. I feel like I'm already in his head anyway. He's never going to live that knockdown. He's never going to live it down, that knockout. I think it'll be too much for him on the night. He won't be able to handle it mentally because I turned up in Croydon and he was on the same bill and he lost that night. I feel like he lost because I was around him. It just gets them vibes, just that knockout vibes. He can't handle it, but no, fair play. Like I say, fair play to him. But that rematch will probably it may happen one day. The promoters have been talking about it, and listen, whoever they give me, I'll fight in front. So yeah, but it'll just be the same result, same knockout. I can't get a better knockout than 40 seconds against a good boxer. So yeah, I had a broken hand in that fight as well. I had a broken hand. I was shitting blood with colitis. Can't get any better.
Yeah, like I say, I think it's a fan favourite, that fight. Someone that everyone wants to see. Even some of the fighters I've spoken to as well want to see that fight as well. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, he was begging for the rematch before when I was fighting Jimmy Sweeney, but I knocked Conor Tierney out, and he was fighting. He had to build himself back up again, and he was begging for the rematch, but it didn't make no sense to make a rematch. I was fighting Jimmy Sweeney. I had some big fights in the line, and he was crying because he wanted a rematch, but didn't make. And then he started getting personal, taking the piss out of my illness and a ostomy bag, and that's when I thought, I'm not going to go to his level. But I had a word with Mick Wayans, and I seen his other side. deep down. And yeah, it's all for keyboard warriors. He's not like that in real life. Just a little
he's a nice lad.
He is.
So what are you doing different in this camp? Are you doing anything different? Are you just keeping the same kind of routine?
Same routine, same routine, but just working harder. I've got, like I say, these last 2 camps, they keep getting. This last camp was, the first camp for the Darren Godfrey fight. That went amazing, and obviously this last camp just went even better. I feel like every camp just keeps getting stronger and stronger mentally and physically, and like I say, working with the best team. Fitness coach John Watton puts me through an amazing training fitness plan. Every day he's checking in, seeing we're going off our film, training smart, and training with John. He's training with some high level guys, and he's 56 years old and he's doing full Ironmans, which is crazy. So, if I see him doing that, I ain't moaning. So he gets me in really good shape. I do a lot of triathlon training as well. I stopped doing the triathlons because I was doing them for the last couple of years, and I was trying to be the best in both, best in bare knuckle and best in triathlons, and it's just not happening. And it's just, so I'm keeping me focused on one thing, and I think since doing that, I just feel like I've just jumped a level up again. So yeah, training camps, going to stick to the same plan, same routine, just getting out of them comfort zones and traveling around, training with the best.
Are you still training at altitude as well then?
I haven't been, no, but I reckon I'll be going to, after this camp, I want to go train in altitude for a couple of weeks. But I think the benefits from just going in for an hour once a week wasn't really getting the benefits, and was training like bad men in there, like trying to think it was getting better, but you're not supposed to train like that. It was just, but you live and learn. It's all part of the process, and I think going to a training camp abroad in Spain or somewhere, or training at that high altitude, living in it, sleeping in it, that's when you're getting the benefits.
Yeah,
definitely doing that one day.
With your colitis, then have you had to change like dietary requirements, or is it much the same?
Yeah, so they've took the colitis out now. I've had my whole bowel removed, and now my intestines out my stomach, in the lower stomach, and it's going into the bag now. So all the disease is gone. They've took it away. Obviously, things could come back eventually, but touch wood, this is the healthiest I've ever been in my whole life. 2 years after surgery or whatever. So my immune system is going back to normal, and the healthiest I've looked. Everyone keeps saying, it's the best you've ever looked, and it just makes me look back and realize how ill I actually was, and pushing through that illness. I think that just made me who I am today, and like the strongest I've been mentally. Pushing through the fight. Every fight I've had in my career is probably I've been really ill, and I've got a mad story of probably every fight I've had, either an injury or illness. But that's just my mindset of pushing through, focusing on the fight. And I think now I'm the healthiest I've been. You're going to see the real, performance coming out of every time, just because I'm firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, with a win at the next BKFC in Newcastle, then July 1st, is it America for you after that?
Possibly, yeah. Well, pretty much it should be America. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So can't say too much, but yeah, like I say, I'm just going to take it step by step. I'm visualizing daily that world title. I'm winning that world title probably by the end of this year, or early next year. But I'm just putting everything into this camp straight away for this one. Just take this guy's head off one by one, and then keep working my way up. But
fantastic.
That belt's definitely there. It's coming. It's coming home one day.
Brilliant. Can't wait to see it, pal. Can't wait to see it. Listen, I won't take up any more of your time. I really appreciate you coming on and appreciate your time. And I wish you the very best of luck for the future as well. I look forward to seeing you out in Newcastle. I'll be there. Yeah, can't wait. Thank you very much again. So I'll speak to you soon, mate. Keep in touch and let us know how you're getting on and everything.
Definitely appreciate it, Ross, for having us on, and thank you very much.
No problem. Have you got any sponsors or anything you want to shout out at all? Or
got too many sponsors, but yeah, they're all, everyone who helps me in fight camp, all my coaches, all the sponsors, people that come watch my fights, support me online. Everyone plays a little part in getting me where I am today, and my partner as well, family, my dogs. Everyone really plays a part, and yeah, I'm thankful, grateful for everyone who helps me get where I am today.
Yeah, everything seems to have really fell into place for you. I'm pleased for you.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
No worries. I'll speak to you soon, pal. Thanks very much again.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cheers. There he is, ladies and gents, the one and only Rico Franco, making a quick turnaround again and coming out for the next BKFC card in Newcastle on July 1st. I'm sure he'll put on a fantastic performance again. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I might be back on tomorrow. I'm just waiting to hear back. We'll see what happens. But if not, then I'll be back on again at some point. So thank you very much to everyone that subscribed. Again, nearly at that 1,000. Just tickling it. Nearly there. But if you don't mind, well, you don't have to. It's up to you. Hit the subscribe button or don't. Give it a little jab. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a good weekend. Speak to you later.
The fight fans joining us and the millions watching around the world. Red Korner.
Corner podcast would like to thank our show sponsors, the Gentry Barbers and Tattoo Lounge, Funky Gums Mouthguards, Vandella Phone Repairs, and The One Who Follows.
Done it again. I always do it. Thanks to everyone that jumped into the comments. Dangerous Darren, Mitts Up TV. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Bye now.